What is going on, everybody? We are back on at Berserk Manga chapters 103 and 104. This will be Friday's upload. Apologize for not responding to most of the comments on Monday and Friday's video. I was out of town all last weekend up until about Tuesday. So I wasn't able to get to the comments. I've skimmed them just to make sure if I need to be caught up on any information. But we should be good to go. Again, this is Friday's upload, so if this video is able to get 150 likes by Saturday at midnight, you guys know the drill. We will have 2 extra chapters this week uploaded on Sunday, and then start back over Monday. If not, regardless, the 2 chapters will be up on Monday. Also, as well, a lot of people asking about the Hunter x Hunter stuff. That is always going to be uploaded on Fridays. I know that it comes out on Sundays. So I'm only gonna be a couple days behind. It's not like we're gonna fall multiple chapters behind, but that just seems to be the smoothest schedule for me at the moment. We've had a good schedule going here. I mean, we've been uploading every damn day except Saturday, for the last like 2 or 3 months. I didn't want to throw anything out of rhythm. So when you guys see the Friday Berserk upload at 12, the Hunter x Hunter chapter will be up at 1 o'clock. So 1 hour after you're seeing this, if you're watching this right at 12, it's up. If you're seeing this past 12 or past 1 o'clock, the Hunter x Hunter video is up as well. So we got all that out of the way. Jumping into this, we've got these childhood friend, apostle, demon, elf, slash insect, slash something going on. I'm still trying to find out the clarification of... Was every single one of them an apostle? Because we saw them revert back to, I guess, their human form, and they were all children. So were these children that were dying at a young age because of any circumstances, and they were but then I still don't know the qualifications of, like, would they have all had to have been in the presence of a Behelit to even have the opportunity to turn into an apostle at the time of their deaths? If they all happen to be apostles, by the way. Or does this one specific girl, maybe her friend, Rosine, maybe something specific about her lets her turn other children without the need? I don't know, but we'll see what happens. And we also got a copyright claim on our last Berserk video for the Murder soundtrack, which is wild to me because I used that single soundtrack without any other songs for like 8 videos straight. I don't know what the deal is about that. Should be okay though. That's only happened once. We should be alright. But besides that, we should be good to go. Mic is on. Yep. Cursor, you guys can see that. Recording. Alright, chapters 103 and 104. Let's go ahead and get into it. Rosine was a girl 4 years older than me who lived across the street. To me, an only child, she was like a real big sister. Rosine was a little strange. She liked playing in the woods and streams like a boy would. And she'd do things like catch bugs and small animals to proudly show me. Are we calling a snake a small animal? She had lots of junk, the kind boys would consider treasure. The oddest? Ah! She did have it on her. Uh-huh. And that instantly perks up Puck's ears. Where the hell did she get that? Again, if the concept of free will is not a real thing, and everything in this universe is predestined by somebody or some higher thing, that was always meant to come in her possession. But I'm curious how. Like, how did she find it? Did it wash up down there when she's been playing in the woods and in the river? Was it passed down to her family? I don't know. The oddest of all was an egg-shaped stone that looked like a human face. She said she found it on a riverbank and always took good care of it. Always took good care of it. I wonder what compelled her to take good care of it and not just, like, toss it. Shit. I mean, we know, because destiny is why, but I wonder what in her head made her not want to. We'd play in the woods and streams so long that suddenly the sun would be starting to set. That kind of thing happened often. When I think about it now, it was because Rosine avoided going home. Who knows what her home life was like? Being abused. I mean, we see what happens to Jill, so maybe hers is just as bad. I didn't understand because I was so young, but Rosine's parents fought a lot. She was always the reason. They fought because of her? She'd often have bruises on her cheeks and arms, At those times, she'd always tell me, Jill, the story of Peekif isn't really right. In the real Peekif story, it turns out he really is an elf. Even now, he lives happily with his real father and mother in the land of the elves. Does she kind of tell her this because her home situation is so bad she can't possibly believe that those might be her real parents? And to tell the truth, I'm just like Peekif. I really belong in the other land too. Maybe she's conditioned. Maybe that's what she tells herself to like cover up the pain. Like the no way this could be real life type thing. She turned to me as I looked serious and impressed and grinned in a funny way, like she was forcing herself. Yeah. I heard about this later on. Before I was born, my village got wrapped up in a big conflict. At that time, almost all villagers had taken refuge in the forest and were safe. But it seems not all the women escaped in time. Among them was Rosine's mother. Rosine had to grow up listening to her father's remarks. I mean, all the women were raped and reaved and pillaged during that time, clearly. Are we saying that maybe Rosine's father isn't her real father and she did get maybe taken advantage of by an elf apostle or something? I don't know. No, because in the... like, is that girl really my daughter? Then one night when it was... yeah, I mean, you don't even know if that's really his. Who's there? Rosine? Jill. This is goodbye. I'm leaving. Oh. So she just said I'm out. Goodbye. Where are you going? Where else would I go? The Misty Valley. I'm going to the land of the elves. Farewell, Jill. I leave all my treasures to you. Rosine, farewell. I wonder what was the trigger for her. I mean, she was a kid at that time, so she's impulsive, and we don't even know if her decisions are her own. You know, destiny and all. And what's wild is like her as a kid, she can't grasp the concept of like, what if I leave and this goes wrong or X, Y, Z. It's just like kid impulse. You go, you do. There is no consequence type stuff, you know. And she said, I leave all my treasures to you. Except for, I guess, the one that she takes care of the most, huh? The grown-ups searched the forest and mountains for days looking for Rosine, but in the end, they weren't able to find her. Then, oddly enough, a few days later, her parents also vanished from the village. Almost like they followed after her. There was a wooden box with all the treasures Rosine said were mine now, but looking through it, that strange stone was the only thing I couldn't find. Then, sometime afterwards, those elves started attacking the villages. I mean, she's clearly leading them. I didn't really understand being so young, but now I feel like I do a bit. How Rosine felt. Yeah, because her family situation is much better. Oh. Hey, that strange stone Rosine had. Was it like the... Bro. Should we be flashing that out in public? Look, like this? It's the same as hers. What is it? A freeloader at my place. And my body pillow. Betchy the Behelit? This is a magic stone. A magic stone that summons angels who grant power to weak little humans. So is this the one that the kind of deformed old man had on him? This is his, correct? Angels? They might just be demons disguised, but something like that. Now I'm thinking of this because he has it in his possession. Is it said that they can grant any wish, the God Hand? I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I have no idea if this shit would work. But essentially I'm thinking of it as a way of like... The Behelits are like genie lamps. And upon being pushed to the edge of life or death, you essentially have the choice to make a free wish. Sacrificing something, of course, but that's what it is. But could you summon the genie and then make a wish to destroy said genie? Is that real? Could Guts in turn, or Skull Knight or whoever, but Guts specifically because he has the bone to pick, could I make a wish saying I want the God Hand to destroy one of said God Hand? I don't know if you can use it to destroy it, and by it I'm meaning the angels. I don't know. I don't know if it has that much pull. It might just be demons. They might just be demons disguised, but something like that. Even I don't get how you use this to summon them, but your friend ended up doing it, and she obtained that pseudo-elf form in exchange for something. Her parents. Sacrificed her parents. Oh! So is that what all the kids have been doing? Okay, so maybe they've just been using her Behelit. These kids have been wandering off in the forest. She's maybe looking for companions and friends. Because didn't they say adults were disappearing as well and the elves were taking them? So maybe there's kids out there in the forest dreaming of like a better life or just dreaming of being a kid. And she's like, oh, I can make you a kid forever. See this? This can grant you anything you want. All you got to do is sacrifice your parents. They're like, all right, cool. And they're kids. They can't grasp the concept of life and death and what that means. So they just sacrifice their parents because with her one Behelit, that's probably it. Funny that you mentioned fairy tales. It's just like Peekif's eyes and ears. You've got to have some real collateral for stuff like that. They require sacrifice. They tell you to present what's most important to you in return for power. Oh, wow. Okay, Guts. Let's relax. A few days later, her parents vanished, you said. Rosine offered them up to have her own wish granted. Her own parents' lives, the sacrifices. I think that's what it is. I don't know if Rosine's been luring these kids and then presenting them with options, or the kids have been out there and she stumbles upon them. Maybe there's kids like her that have abusive home lives or whatever, and they use like the river and stuff to escape, and she takes advantage of them. I don't know. Let's put an end to this. This ain't some kid's fairy tale like Peekif. It's a gruesome grown-up fairy tale, and if you stick your neck out any further, you'll end up dead. Next time, I'm not stopping my sword. Yeah. That's a dope reflection of her, like in the moonlight, sunlight off of the blade. This is no place for some kid who snuck off from a loser father and a powerless mother to go wandering around in. You're a nuisance. Hold on, don't you think we went a bit too far? He went to slap her, or she did go. Kids have their own fairy tales. You want to escape? Stick to Peekif. Get back here now. Oh, that's Puck. I mean, she is in the way. I mean, maybe she feels indebted to see what happens with her friend, but he can't keep this up. Why's it gotta be this way? You keep going on about kids. We'll excuse her for being one. This is child abuse, I'll sue. Okay, Puck. Again, like I said, I compare Puck to Chopper, where like it probably doesn't hit as hard when you're reading it, but seeing like the dramatic wailing that you would get in anime form, I could see that being funny. Tricky says, if you keep doing what you please, we'll get banned. Hey, what you doing there? Oh, wow. You're as fairy tale as they come. And you never learn. Jill, don't let what that rotten creep says get you down. Kids can't be blamed for being what they are. There's nothing wrong with you or Rosine. Jill, it's just that kids always suffer, and it's society that's to blame for that. Yeah, but it's embarrassing and frustrating. By the way, Jill, I kinda got stuck trying to get out. Oh, God. They've come. They've come. Yo, Guts, you didn't walk off too far, did you? I'm curious to see... I'm going to guess we're about to see the offer that she's presented other kids. I guess that's what we're about to see right here, I would guess. Is that something she would know? That Rosine did or does? Now, she's clearly an apostle. We don't know the, like, in and outs on apostles. I've been broughting up, like, do they even need to feed? Do they, you know, is that something that they have to do? A lot of people told me no, and maybe the eclipse thing is just kind of like a... I don't know, it's something inside them that makes them, I guess, feed in that moment. I don't think there's any reason they need to or do. But I do that to say... I don't know if they're taking taken over with emotions to like want to harm humans. I guess the ones they care about, because we did see the Count care for his daughter a lot. So could they just go on being friends like this without Jill having to turn? Like, could that be real life, or I don't know. I'm assuming she's going to present her with the choice. It feels like ages, Jill. Huh. Rosine, is it you? That's a dope shot right here, the two of them. Okay, well, 104. What you got? I think we really did piece that up. There it goes. So we know that that's serious. Now here's the thing. You think she just walks up to Jill, mortally wounds her, and it's like, alright, here's a choice? Because it's like, well, hell, I didn't really get a choice, because now if I don't make the choice, I'm just dead. I don't know. Let's see. Eviction art lost children in the world of winged things. What happened to her damn, spirit blossom thing on her forehead? So that's Rosine. Oh, is this her powering back down, maybe? Because maybe, this is her, apostle form. Now we're back to girl form, I think. That's so that's Rosine. Look how big you are now, Jill. Almost as tall as me already. Is it really you, Rosine? But the way you look. I mean, she's got wings, she's got hair, she's got... I mean, it looks appealing, but are we gonna damn our souls to internal, hell? Well, it's like I used to tell you, this is the real me. I think you made yourself the real you. The real? Yep, the Queen of the Elves. Rosine offered them up to her... Rosine offered them up to have her own wish granted. Yeah, her parents. Her own parents are like... I mean, is Jill gonna ask about that? Oh, Jill, this is like old time. There's lots we should catch up on. I mean, if Rosine keeps it like non-murdering intent, maybe this can be okay. I hereby extend you an invitation to our land of the elves, the Misty Valley. Now, are you extending an invitation because you have a relationship with me and I can just come in there, we can catch up, and like I can leave? Or does extending an invitation mean like, hey, become one of us or die? I think I like this look better. Her look looks pretty good. I kind of like the, I think both looks pretty dope. The Misty Valley, but she's allowed. Wait a minute. It's fine. Don't you worry about a thing. Okay. Alright, I feel a little uneasy. It's a good place. You can play and have fun all the time, even after the sun goes down. It's okay. I won't drop you. Oh, we're taking flight. Oh no, Jill. Sheesh, you guys can't see the double panel, but that man is moving like a shadow in the night. I actually wanted to see her getting taken back just to see what it was going to be, but... Guess that we... Whoa. You can't slide... Well, he said he wasn't going to stop his sword. He said he wouldn't. I want more answers, though. He said he wouldn't stop it. Will he, though? Ah, damn. I think she just, skirted out of there. Oh, she got hit. She got hit. Uh-oh. Okay, and we turned it back on. Dang, I was hoping to keep her calm there because it seems she still does have the mental of a child. And maybe she might really just take Jill off and like have an actual conversation, but yeah, she went ahead and flipped that switch. She transformed one time for the one time. And then all the buddies transformed. Stop it, please. Stop, Rosine, please. Jill. Alright, they did take off. Guts, you seemed about to kill Jill too. Did you mean to kill Jill too? So what if I did? Where'd you get these hand extenders? I'm not even gonna read this albatross death blow shit. Where did you even get that shit from? I already figured you were a rotten creep, but I never thought you'd stoop this low. Even a zombie fails at being as rotten as you, inhuman scumbag, dirty, rotten bastard. From now on, when I see you, I'm calling you the bastard swordsman. So anyway, that being said, you disgust me. I hope you get killed, jerk. Goodbye, so long, bastard swordsman. Alright, Puck. Thanks a lot, buddy. I think he did hold back, because the Guts I know, it's one hit, one kill. If she gets away, it's because Guts allowed that to get away in that swing. I still don't even know if apostles can regen. I don't know if we ever got clarification on their regenning form, or do they need to feed to regen? Can they regen? I don't know. You guys have to answer questions on that stuff, unless it gets answered eventually. You don't need to be scared, Jill. I won't let go no matter what. Look, it's a view no human could ever see. The world as seen only by birds and us winged elves. Incredible. The forest, the river, so far away. The sky, it's so vast. Beautiful. Bro, I hope she doesn't drop you on your head and then be like, alright, you die if you don't switch. I didn't know the world was this beautiful. My village, so small I can't see it anymore. In that tiny place, I become frightened and small. You can fly all you want. To your heart's content, Jill. That's if you become one of us. Exactly. Exactly. But here's the thing. I don't know how to take Rosine's proposition here. Are you going to give me the choice, and if I say no, will you just let me go back to my life? Or are you saying I have essentially no choice? It's either join or I'm just going to kill you here. That I'm not sure of. TBD on that, but I think we did a good job of piecing that together. Ah, here it is. Okay, so I missed the actual connection he made right here. There it is. There's the dangling piece. I mean, that's a pretty, it's a pretty dope shots. So the question becomes, first of all, what does Jill do? I'm going to assume Jill picks the side of life. Like, they're two sides of the same coin, or opposite sides, you could say. They got shitty household situations. Rosine's father was abusive and probably resentful because his wife got raped and doesn't even know if that's his kid. He takes it out on Rosine, he takes it out on his wife. The whole situation's just fucked. Jill's isn't any better. She's got some old war-torn father who's like crippled for the rest of his life because of his battles, and the mother can't stand up for herself. She gets beat on. Jill gets beat on. So it's the same thing, you know, same upbringing, depressing stories. Rosine just happened to believe that, you know, this can change. There are elves out there. But it doesn't have to be on the brink of death, correct? Because didn't we see the Count make that decision while he was still, like, really in good health? How did he summon it? I don't know if I have the clarification on how you summon them. Is it just asking and you shall receive? Of course, if you sacrifice. They have to present themselves, and then you get to make the decision of sacrifice. I forget what it costs to summon. Blood? The internal want? I don't know what it takes to summon. Regardless, she makes that decision. God hands presented to her. And I would assume that this God hand included Griffith at this time, because I think it was in the last couple of years, no? And she wants bigger and better, so they say, alright, we can give you bigger and better, sacrifice your parents, and she does. Now, there were children being kidnapped and parents being killed across this time span. I'm going to assume, was she just plucking kids off, taking them on flights around the city and being like, hey, this could be your life. All you got to do is just make a sacrifice like I did. And the kids are like, alright, sure, I'll do it. Or were these actual kids that were struggling that had similar home situations, and she figured, well, I can set them free like I was set free, and like presents them with hers, and they again get to ask and receive. I'm going to assume it's along those lines, and there's not just 100 Behilits hanging out. Now the question is, was Rosine essentially forcing everyone's hand to make that choice, or were these kids actually making that choice? TBD, we'll see on that. Solid stuff though, solid stuff. It's not bad. Now I'm trying to wait for the climax of that. I'm going to assume Jill is going to be shown to be the opposite. She's going to be same circumstances. It's a shitty home situation. Life is ass right now. And she's going to be presented same situation, same scenario, same choices as Rosine. I'm going to assume she says no. And then what does Rosine do with that? Is she okay? Can she not compute, like, why would you want to live like that when you could live like this? TBD, we'll see. We'll go ahead and leave it there. Again, we're able to get 150 likes. Chapters 105 and 106 will be up on Sunday, and 107, 108 will be up on Monday. If not, we'll just have 105, 106 on Monday. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe as always.